I was born in Bayonne, New Jersey, but I moved to Darby, Pennsylvania, which is a town just outside of Southwest Philadelphia. My family owned a restaurant, so I grew up working in a family restaurant since the age of 9. I started working, doing small things, and then my father passed away in 1999. He had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He served in the Marines and went to Vietnam, did his time, and then got out. I didn't talk much about the military, so I didn't know a lot about the military before I joined. I just know I needed college money. My mother, she's still alive. She actually lives in Italy, where both of my parents are from. So my mother was never an American citizen. She actually lives in the house that we grew up in. So after I was born, about 6 months later, we moved back to Italy for 4 years. So the first 4 years of my life, I grew up in Italy, in Calabria, the southern region of Italy. So like the toe on the foot there, all the way down south. I came into the Army. I'm the youngest of 5, 3 sisters and 1 brother. So I'm the baby of the family. And I came in the Army right out of high school in 1996. I didn't want to take out student loans. I saw a commercial, said be all you can be. And it said first jump Army, second jump college. And it gave $30,000 for college. So I said I can do that for 4 years, right? I didn't want to stick around in that town and just kind of fall into a pattern of just like working and, you know, just making ends meet. So initially what I was going to do was do 4 years, get out, go to Penn State University and do physical therapy. I looked at some videos and I was like, that looks pretty cool. I didn't think I was going to be doing it for the rest of my life. So I was like, oh, that looks fun. I didn't think about, you know, after I got out or anything like that. I said, man, that video with the Avenger driving over the sand and shooting missiles and the M3P, I was like, man, that's pretty cool. Let's do that, right? And that's how I picked air defense. I enjoyed being air missile defense. I still love it. And now I really love it. But my thought process until I became a staff sergeant was I was gonna get out. So I was always thinking about like what job can I switch to so that I can go get a career when I get out. I didn't fully commit to the Army until I was a staff sergeant. The thing that made me fully commit was when I heard the words, I'm pregnant. And when I knew I had to take care of a family, it changed my whole perspective. I was given about 95% to the Army. But when I heard I'm pregnant and I realized I had some, you know, responsibilities besides taking care of myself, I went into overdrive. But my son is actually in Texas A&M University. He's the Command Sgt Major of the Corps Cadets. He received an Air Force contract, so he'll be going into the Air Force. Perfectly fine with it. I'm very proud of him. I don't care. I just want him to do, you know, be productive in life and do something. That's all I cared about. And he's killing it in college. Like I said, I've always loved air missile defense. Once I started to truly understand what our role is on the battlefield and what we do at every level, from the tactical, operation, and strategic level, and there's no better branch in the Army. This is, to me, the best job to have in the branch. The things that you implement in TRADOC and the things you implement here in the Commandant's office, right, can impact the branch for 10, 15 years if you do it correctly, right? It can make things better for soldiers for a long time. There's people out there that are expecting us as the Commandant's office, as the Regimental Command Sergeant Major, the Commandant of the branch, to get things done for them, to be their voice, right? And I think that's one of my roles, is to make sure that I express the needs of the operational force out there, right? And then figure out within the TRADOC process and the system how we get those results. It's the feeling I get knowing that people are, you know, whether it's the maneuver force, whether it's the Air Force, whether it's cyber, whether it's space, whether it's the Navy, right, or sea, doesn't matter what domain we're talking about here. I know that air missile defense enables every one of those entities in those domains, right? Every entity, every type of capability is able to execute because air missile defense is out there, right? Defending those things and those assets that allow them to do their job, right? And to me, that feeling, I don't need the spotlight, right? For me, knowing that we enable success and victory on the battlefield, That to me is the reason why I joined Air Missile Defense.